A good one there for Nigerian team. That's Plateau United. They were able to win against Experience of Tunisia 2-1 Abiola Stadium. That was where it actually happened. And also, not forgetting the Father Rivers United and also the team that did well, Kwara United did well, winning against RS Berkane of Morocco 3-1. Good one for Nigerian teams. Welcome here on the show, 360 Sport on Trust TV. I am Adeni Ajishafe. We'll be looking at that particular story that has to do with CAF INTERCLUB competition and also the Nationwide League 1 Super 8. That will be the first story we'll be looking at. That's the first one where we talk about Nationwide Super 8, where the team called Madiba FC are champions right now. They've won this particular year's edition of 2022 Super 8. They defeated Milantaki FC of Abuja in that game. There was a peeping anyway. Good one for Madiba FC as they were able to win that particular game. Congratulations to that team. Super 8 has ended and now we have a champion representing the total of Nigerian League there. We're having the studio in the person of JC Adams. Good to have you, JC.
The pleasure is all mine. Thank you very much.
Good one. I started with CAF, although right now let's start from the smallest. That's Nationwide League 1, where the Super 8 was actually held at Legacy Pitch in Lagos between the two teams. I call them the M teams, Madiba FC, Milantaki FC, and it ended in favor of the Lagos team, Madiba FC. They didn't lose any game throughout the competition, and they showed the class against Milantaki, who right now we know they are one of the forces to be reckoned when it comes to football in Nigeria. And right now, Madiba are champions.
Yes, I think Madiba actually showed class. We never saw it coming. I had expected Milantaki to actually win this because if you look at their year in view, they actually went to Denmark to win the Dana Cup, went to Sweden, play a preseason game, before coming down to play, the playoff for the NLO. And the all hype was around Milantaki because the club owner actually, prepared his boys by taking them even outside the country, for test game. But Madiba just came out of nowhere. Because I didn't even see Madiba at first in the teams that actually qualified. But, losing, I think, a game or two in the regular season and then coming to the Super 4, heading to the final, unbeaten in a group that had Smart City FC of Lagos. It showed they had, intent, and I wasn't surprised when they took the day. It was a good one from Madiba. I think kudos to them. Hopefully, they will do very well in the NNL this season.
By the time they get to the NNL, they will do well. We've been talking about the NLO Super 8, where the champion of the Nationwide League One has emerged, Madiba FC of Lagos. They are actually triumph in this competition. Well, congrats to them. Well, while we talk about that, a lot of actions over the weekend, let's talk about CAF Champions League and also CAF Confederation. The story has to do with CAF Interclub competition. Kwara United, Rivers and Plateau United win fourth leg. That was the story that trended yesterday. The three teams went to war. Actually, they came from behind to win those war. Good one for the three teams. Kwara United came from goal down and they were able to score 3 more to make it 3-1, at least for the fourth leg. The second leg, they'll be going to Morocco. Rivers United also did the same thing. They were able to come from a goal down and they also did well, winning the game 2-1. And Plateau United, the one they call Peace Boys, they were able to come from behind. Just the clip you saw now, they were able to do it against the team that nearly, well, but at least right now, they have one leg inside these particular qualifiers against Experience. These are the 3 matches that went down for Nigerian teams or clubs over the weekend, and a lot of people were like, wow, it was a tough one when the North African side were leading.
Yeah, of course. We never actually saw this coming, but it was kind of interesting to see that Nigerian teams actually have what it takes, to come back against this Experience side. Remember, Plateau playing against Experience to Tunis, Kwara United playing against the defending champion. Experience is 2 or 3-time champion of the CAF Champions League. RS Bakane, they are the defending champions of the Confederations Cup. White Casablanca is about 2 times CAF Champions League winner and 3 times CAF Confederations Cup winner.
A lot of experience.
A lot of experience. Coming against these sides, I think they actually showed intent. I think I am particularly impressed with Kwara United, what they did, going down by a goal by Otara, but Tawfiq actually equalized for them before we saw goals from Wasiu, late goal self from Wasiu Jim and of course Daniel Barnabas to give them that LG advantage heading to the return leg in Bakane. For Plateau United, we saw what happened. It was all experience, the exposure, the experience, but they grew into the game, and you could see when they actually saw that they could actually come out against this Plateau United side, Experience side, they got the goals. They will have gotten more,
yes,
save for Profigesi in front of goal. But I think what we saw, it's a huge statement. If they can scale this order, then definitely all the 3 teams will, qualify to the money spinning group stage of the CAF Champions League and of course the CAF Confederations Cup.
Now, looking at this particular game, this Plateau United Experience, let's use it as a hierarchy of because this actually happened in Abuja, and Experience came to the party. They were, with their experience and all their North African antics that they always throw when they're playing against West African teams. It was a tough one. As they scored first, a lot of people were like, what's going to happen? Are they going to go with this? But I love the fact that Plateau United came back. They were not deterred with that particular goal down. They moved up, and in fact, like you said, they should have scored more. In fact, it should have been like 4-1. They really played well. Just that the second leg, that is where the issue is right now.
Very dicey. Very dicey, if you may ask me. After the game plan for Experience actually was to get at least a draw. Get the first goal in the early moments of the game and then seal off the game. But, Daniel Todo with his throw-in actually, cost Experience a whole lot of problem. And looking at the record before yesterday's match, the last time Experience actually lost to a Nigerian side was in 1990-1991 season when they lost to Atlant. And many people say, yeah, they actually played against Eyimba when Eyimba defeated them here in Abuja via penalty. It was a penalty shootout. So it was a tie game on both legs. So we wouldn't take that as an outright defeat. But this one was a defeat that they never saw coming. You could see that Experience actually did their homework. They plugged the holes that they believe Plateau United want to exploit. Koulibaly was outstanding in the middle of the park for them. He actually, apprehended them on so many occasions. Why Mustafa Ibrahim, a player that has played for El Merreikh of Sudan, someone who knows these teams before, was on that. He was the player that actually got the winning goal. You could see the pressing from both sides. Chappie Katoa guy was there, to dazzle around. But just like you said, the return leg, the first leg is not the decider. It is the return leg. I saw some of the argument after the game when some of the players, the goalkeeper in particular, was not happy with his teammates. He said, those chances you guys will have converted them because we are
so
going
that we can lead them.
Yes,
far,
with an LG goal difference. Now going to Tunis, it's going to take something incredible to come out on scratch, because in their home they are something different. They'll pressurize you the first 20-30 minutes. You know that you are actually playing against one of the best teams on the continent. Now for Plateau United players, they know that they are in for a big business. Hopefully, I think the last time a team actually did that, yes, it was Atlant. They played 1-0 in Nigeria and went to Tunisia to play 1-1. Who says it's not possible?
It is very possible
for Plateau United. So, well, it's going to happen next weekend. So let's wait and see. But
now, as we're talking about Plateau United, Kwara United, they were able to do their own 3-1 against all odds. That was fantastic in Lagos at Molaji Johnson at Onikon, and they were able to surprise everyone for what they did, 3-1. And they have Rivers United also won 2-1. Now, the three teams are actually walking on a tightrope. We know how difficult it is to play against North African side, especially when you are going back to their home. But it's not as if it's not achievable. It is very achievable. All we need to do is make sure we play decisively.
Yes, definitely. If a team like Remo Stars that had zero continental experience can travel to Rabat and get a 1-1 draw against a more experienced FAR Rabat, then I believe our teams can actually go
do this.
To their host and get a decent result. For Kwara United, they only need not to lose by a goal margin, or a goal margin of not more than one. Then they already secure their place, and that will send a strong statement to other teams on the continent, because Bakane has been one of the teams to beat on the continent. They defeated Orlando Pirates in Uyo in the final of the CAF Confederations Cup. The game ended 2-0. And then in the Super Cup, Bakane defeated the CAF Champions League winner, which is Wydad Casablanca, 2-0. So that shows that they were coming to this game with, their shoulders held high, playing against the Kwara United side that has been inconsistent, both in the league. They got their slot due to, the inconclusion of the CAF Confederation Aito Cup, I beg your pardon. So, many people didn't give Kwara United, the chance to actually get this done. But for them to defeat Bakane 3-1, I think kudos to Kwara United.
Rivers United. I know it's going to be a big one when they go to Morocco, but it's very achievable. I remember the governor was telling them that they should win that game and get $40,000. Money can really motivate at times. And now, as they are going to Casablanca's home, it's going to be a tough one.
It's going to be an Herculean task, if you may ask me, because listening to Stanley Eguma's presser, he said he was actually glad that they won the game, that if you had seen the game, they actually dominated their opponent, but just that, there are some tactics they need to get right heading to Casablanca. Wydad is a very experienced side, an exposed side too. You can see from the game plan, they actually outsmart Rivers in the first half of the game. Now, going into the game, I think a whole lot of things need to be done. Eguma is not a visitor. He's not a visitor. He's not a new person on continental duties right from his days with Enyimba and, of course, Dolphins, the now defunct Dolphins. I believe he has what it takes. He has the players, Polakwe, of course, the likes of Malakai Iwangume, the man that got the first goal yesterday. They have what it takes. I have no doubt about that.
Hopefully, the Nigerian team, the trio of Kwara United, Rivers United, and also Plateau United, they are all united now, going for the CAF competition. The second leg will be coming up. That will be this is the second round of the qualifier preliminary games, and now the second leg will be coming up in North African side, Tunisia, and also Morocco. We want these teams to qualify. It's been a while the Nigerian teams actually make it through to the CAF INTERCLUB competition. We want to go back there. Gone are those days when you think of Nigeria Nigeria, Enyimba is always there to make us proud. Shooting Star of Ibadan, Rangers International. But right now, we have Rivers, we have Plateau, and we have Kwara. Hopefully, they will do well by the time they get to North Africa. Now, from there, let's go international as we talk about a man. With just 4 races to go, he is now the champion of Formula 1 for this season. He has done it again. Max Verstappen has won the Formula 1 with just 4 races left, and he has done it so convincingly at the Japan Grand Prix. He was able to win that game, and congrats to the man of the moment. That's Max Verstappen, who has really done well for himself right now. Really, he has shown to the whole world that it wasn't a fluke, rather, for the fact that he won it last time. And now back to back, he has done it. Max Verstappen really deserves some accolades from the whole world.
Most definitely, Max Verstappen. I think I followed him the last time he had a one-on-one with, I think this British...
Lewis Hamilton.
You know, there was a whole lot of issues where they said they're just trying to favor him, but you could see that he did not allow, you know, the controversy, you know, to deter him. 4 races to go. You're already a champion. It's more like in football where you have 5-6 games to spare and you've already won the league. But this time around is a MotoGP. He has shown consistency, and I believe as a young man, he has all it takes, you know, to dominate the world. Kudos to him and maximum respect.
Maximum respect. So the man of the moment, Max Verstappen, who decided to go for the next one, and now he has won it. Not like Nico Rosberg anyway. Nico Rosberg won his one, and he said, I'm quitting. That's my plan. Well, we've been talking about Formula 1. Now let's go football as we go international also. This time around, English Premier League was a go with a lot of news. Arsenal, Liverpool, Manchester United, Everton. Let's looking at the result as it went down. Chelsea did well against Wolverhampton Wanderers. 3-0, they walloped them. And you have Bournemouth against Leicester 2-1. Man City against Southampton 4-0, where their giant was able to get one after making up for what he missed. Well, good one there. Real Madrid. Newcastle United 5-1 against Brentford. Brighton and Hove Albion, they lost against Tottenham Hotspur. Leeds United 1. Crystal Palace 2. West Ham 3. Fulham 1. I have Arsenal. They were able to prove everyone wrong, and right now the boys are really going to become big boys, and who knows, they'll be men by the end of the season. 3-2 against Liverpool, and for Everton against Manchester United, the man that has been on the bench for a while came on to the party and was able to score. Talking about Cristiano Ronaldo, let's start with this. The 2 matches we are dwelling on, Arsenal-Liverpool. That was the icing on the cake for the weekend in EPL.
I think I'm particularly happy for Cristiano Ronaldo. Antonio Martial.
Let's start with Arsenal Liverpool first.
Okay, then. Well, Arsenal have actually shown over the years that consistency really matters. You know, for many people who have been followers of Arsenal, you agree with me that in their season, at least their first 10 games, they do struggle. But this season is a different ball game. You can see 10 games, 9 wins with a loss against Manchester United. The team has been balling, just like the game yesterday. Saka came to the party, 2 goals, Martinelli as early as possible. You know, that's the only way you can destabilize a team like Liverpool. Before they settle, you need to sting them. And that was what happened. That early goal actually destabilized them before they got into the game thanks to Nunes' strike. But Saka, you know, it's an impressive win for Arsenal. Top of the table after 10 games. I think, just like you said, the boys now have been separated from the men. I think if Arsenal continues like this, then I'm not saying they could win the Premier League, because Manchester City is one team that everybody is actually looking at. But they can end up, you know, just like Arteta said a day before yesterday's match, he said he wants to return Arsenal to when they were playing night football. That's the UEFA Champions League, and I believe they have all it takes, you know, to secure one of the Champions League slot come the end of the season.
They have what it takes to secure one of the top ones there. Talking about the Gunners, they were really at least very wonderful in their performance against Liverpool, winning that game. It kudos to them, because right now they are back to the top of the table. And now we quickly talk about Everton, Manchester United. That game when Iwobi scored. Wow, good one for the Goodison Park. Everyone was really happy as a Nigerian scoring, and then the man that for a while now things have not been too rosy for Cristiano Ronaldo, and he was able to at least score that goal. A lot of people have been talking about, oh, this goal could actually lift his spirit for him to be able to at least maybe you'll be able to get to that scoring moment where now after he scored you'll be able to at least continue.
Yes, I think I'll start with Iwobi. You know, it was a good goal, coupled with the fact that his uncle was at the stadium, Austin JJ Okocha, you know, to cheer him and scoring that kind of, you know, if you follow Iwobi with the national team in his last 3-4 matches, he scored 3 goals that were similar to what he got against Manchester United. You know, his game time, Lampard has taken his time to refine this young man. Lampard was talking about him, I think some days back, and he said, Iwobi is the kind of midfielder that he would not like to play against because he is full of running. Now you can see him play for Everton, and the games, the assists, the stats are there to see. He has really improved. You know, getting that goal is a massive one as a Nigerian, of course, as a youngster. Now coming to Cristiano Ronaldo, 700 goals,
career goals,
club goals. Now, you know, it's not something you see every day. I'm glad that I'm alive to witness something like this. You know, coming on for Antonio Martial in the 35th minute, he got injured and there was no way he could. Eric just had to bring on Cristiano Ronaldo, and you could see the fighting spirit. He was angry.
And I saw the way he celebrated was like, okay, oh, finally.
Thank God, finally the goal has come. Now I can relax and enjoy my game. He had a top performer yesterday. For all that saw the game, they will agree with me that Ronaldo actually did very well for Manchester United. He's just going through some turbulences as a player, but I believe that he has what it takes to, you know, actually get amongst the goal scorer for Manchester United.
Good one there. We've been talking about Everton game against Manchester United, where Ronaldo was able to score a goal, and that made him to have 700 goals in his career. You have to celebrate him, no matter if you don't like him or not. You have to give respect. Messi, Ronaldo, they are on their own. And you talk about football; those two really, they've really taken football to another level. Before the images of the like of the giant Haaland, Mbappe, Neymar, all of them. Right now, let's look at the top 6 in the EPL. Right now, Arsenal back to the top. They are showing class that they are really fighting for honor this season. 24 points in 9 matches, and they have their 19 goal difference. Manchester City, they were champions. Rather, they were topping the table for just a day. They topped the table for a day, and then Arsenal came back and they were able to win against Liverpool. Congrats to Arsenal, still pushing on. Let's see what they will do by the time the second stanza begins in January. Can they push till the end? Spurs are standing tall with 20 points from 9 matches. You have Chelsea, Manchester United, who did well against Everton at Goodison Park. Newcastle United also trying to see what they can do.
Yes, I think the table is getting shaped. You can see Chelsea actually won against a difficult Wolves side.
They've pushed Brighton out now.
Of course, and Tottenham, you know, going to Brighton and getting that win, it was a difficult one because Brighton actually dominated the game, creating chances of a chance. But the one chance that Harry Kane got was enough to secure the 3 points for the Antonio Conte-led side. Now, looking at the table now, gradually it will come. Yes, it will come to shape. You can see Arsenal is topping, Manchester City, Spurs, Chelsea, and of course Manchester United makes the top 5. I know a team like Newcastle, who are in the top 6, are actually making a bold statement. You can see their last game, winning by 5-1 against Brentford. That shows intent. This is the same side actually that has defeated Manchester United this season. Now Newcastle needs to be taken serious because they are silent in their business, they are silent in their dealing, and the results are coming. Now that says a whole lot about this league. I think we are in an era where you can't just say this is what will happen at the end of the season.
Before you blink,
yeah, of course, you said something about come January. January is when the real business begins.
January is when the real business begins in the English Premier League with the boys, as they call them, but really I don't see them as boys. Arsenal really becoming men. They want to win the league. They are fighting for it. Yes, attention is on Manchester City. They've got array of stars, but if you believe in yourself, you can achieve whatever you want to achieve in this world. For Arsenal, for Man City, the battle is on. We've been talking about the English Premier League. More of this will be coming up in our subsequent edition of other results and also the tables. Well, we have to go now. It has been a wonderful time with Jesse Adams. Good to have you, Jesse.
The pleasure is all mine. Thank you very much for having me.
Good morning there. As we always say, that sport is fitness and business. I am Adeni Ajishafe. Thanks for watching.